The PhilSecNet Pandemic Resilience Award hopes to share with the public how to deliver the services of eCenters without compromising the safety of the community and the center managers. This also hopes to inspire others to continue delivering their services despite the pandemic. The award categories include Social Welfare and Rehabilitation, Support for Teachers and Students, Rescue Operation and eGov Services. For the guidelines, the award is open to all types of eCenter initiatives that are operating since September 2019. The eCenter must be an active member of PhilSecNet. Nominated eCenter must be operational during the implementation of Enhanced Community Quarantine or General Community Quarantine until the present. Entries for the awarding will be based on nominations by an individual or an organization with sufficient knowledge to endorse the eCenter. Self-nominations will also be accepted. For submission, interested participants must submit a duly accomplished nomination form. Supporting materials such as pictures, brochures, news clippings, testimonials, and video clips may also be submitted. The nomination should cover accomplishments made within the period of March 2020 until September 2020. Nomination for the award should be sent to secretariat@philsecnet.org with the subject 2020 Pandemic Resilience with the eCenter name indicated. Nomination period is within the month of October. Deadline for the submission of nominees is on October 30. Awarding will be on November 26. All entries will be subjected to pre-qualification by the organizers. All validated entries will be evaluated by a panel of judges to be appointed by PhilSecNet and DICT. The contest will follow these criteria. Socioeconomic impact of the eCenter, 35%. Innovativeness, 30%. Productivity, 20%. Partnership and networking, 15%. Application forms are available upon request. You may email us at secretariat@philsecnet.org.
You are now watching the 15th Knowledge Exchange Conference with the theme, eCenters in the Digital Philippines for the New Normal. Today is our 10th training webinar titled, Customer Orientation and Service Culture, October 29, 2020, streaming live over YouTube. Good morning! Maayong buntag! Assalamualaikum! Buenos dias! Magandang umaga! Magandang buhay, everybody! Welcome to KEC 15. My name is Rona Moneth Pinera, and I will be your host for today. For everybody's information, KEC is a gathering of community eCenter forerunners, centers of excellence, ICT for development enthusiasts, government and industry leaders, academe, and all involved in making ICT available to communities to exchange ideas, best practices, relevant solutions, and success stories. Now, before we start, may I ask everyone to please drop on the comment section your location so we can mention you today. So let's see who are our viewers for today. Let's see our comment. Wow, we already have 108 comments since this morning. So Welcome and good morning to Sir Joel Bernasor from Bukidnon. How about the others? Miss April from Palawan. Miss Mary Ann Disu from San Fabian. Ignacio KCM from Pambayang Dalubhasaan ng Rilao. Hi and welcome everyone. How about the others? Where are you from? Okay, Ma'am Amelia Vista. Wow, there are lots of comments and it's already flashing down so fast. So Easter Wahaina from Baguio City. Hi, welcome. EC Nahvaha from Bukidnon again. And to all others from San Fabian, Pangasinan, City of Valencia, Bukidnon, Daet Camarines Norte, Tobias Fournier, Trisha Kyle Torres from San Fabian again. Wow. We've got a lot of viewers from San Fabian. Welcome everyone from Antique, from Mahinog, Camiguin, La Union, Catarman, Northern Summer, Laguna, Iligan City, Antipolo, Malaybalay, St. Bernard, Butuan City, Quezon City, Villanueva, Misamis Oriental, La Castellana, and Algeria. So guys, keep commenting down below on our comment section so everybody can see from where you are today. So this webinar was organized by the Philippine Community eCenter Network Incorporated, or the PhilSecNet, in cooperation with the Department of Information and Communications Technology, with support from the UP Open University, the Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources, Research and Development of the DOST, the local governments of Tayabas, Quezon, and San Remigio, Cebu, as well as the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication, the AIJC, with special thanks to our sponsors, PLDT and Quezon Power Limited. Let's watch these short infomercials.
Mahigit sa 20,000 na ang confirmed
ng PPE.
Isa sa ilalim na ang Metro Manila sa...
Wala na. Wala munang mga food court at fiesta. Meron namang lutong bahay. Wala munang window shopping. Meron namang free shipping. Wala munang happy hour. Pero may isang oras pa. Tulog pa tayo. Wala muna yung aircon at only coffee sa office. Pero andyan yung dream office mate natin. Biruin mo, wala munang quiz night, band night, samgyup night, pati videoke night. Pero meron ng time sa family night. Wala na munang pasyalan, wala na munang bakasyunan. Okay lang siguro mawala lahat ng yon. Huwag lang ito. Kasi may mga bagay na walang kapalit. May mas mahalaga ba dito? Wala. Rediscover what matters. Rediscover home.
Magandang umaga, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and to other parts of the world. Thank you for joining us today. Send the link to your colleagues, drop your comments, and make this 2-hour session interactive. This year, KEC 15 goes virtual with a series of webinars every Thursday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., August 20 to November 26, 2020. That's 3 months of knowledge sharing. These webinars are absolutely free. It is PhilSecNet's contribution in the country's fight against the COVID-19 pandemic through enabling, strengthening, and facilitating the digital transformation of communities. Now, in order for you to join, all you need to do is to register just once for the entire conference. If you have not registered yet, please find the link inside the description box below. So scroll down a little bit on your YouTube app or website and you will see the description box below. Now to participate in the open forum, you will need to post your questions through an open forum form. Please find the link inside the description box below. We currently have, 223 viewers in YouTube today. If you have a question for our speaker, post them through the link below and not on the live chat. Because as you may see, we already have hundreds of viewers, so we cannot see your question easily. So please do send it through the open forum link. Now, for those who are asking for the certificates, it will also be made available after providing us your feedback. It includes a short quiz just to see how well you understand and how well you understood the topic. So please listen attentively and pay attention. The link to the feedback form is in the description box below, but will be made open towards the end of the webinar. So again, guys, the reminders, you will see 3 links in the description box below. First is the registration link. Second is the open forum link, and another one for the feedback form so that you will be able to get certificates after this webinar. All right, so I hope you guys took note of it so that you can check it later. Now we will also draw raffle prizes. Some of last week's prizes were not claimed, so we're adding them today. A total of 9 lucky winners are going to get cash prizes worth 500 peso each. All registered participants from the opening webinar last August 2020 until today have one chance to win for the entire conference. So again, if you haven't registered yet, don't wait for any moment. Click on the registration link so that you will be able to be part of this raffle as well. All right, so to claim your prize, you must send an email to the secretariat at philsecnet.org before the end of this webinar. Again, the email is secretariat@philsecnet.org. Use the email subject raffle claim your complete name. Only if your name has been called as one of the winners, all right? So again, the subject is raffle claim your complete name, including your bank details, the name of your bank, and of course your account number, so we can transfer the money to you. All right, so remember to send using the same email address you used to register. Again, you do not need to register for each webinar. You only have to register once for the entire conference. And you will receive a separate link to each webinar via email. Okay, so now let's proceed. I would like to introduce to you to our moderator for today, who will also introduce our resource person. Our moderator is an instructional design consultant for distance education with 11 years work experience on flexible learning, national and international through Simyo Innotech. 14 years combined work experience as professional teacher, educational manager and school head, 11 years of experience as part-time university lecturer, consultant for quality systems manual for Philippine Association for Professional Regulatory Board Members Incorporated and Professional Regulation Commission. From September 2019 to present. He is also a book author and editor, an on-call trainer, resource person of DBPI and Mary Lindbergh International. He is also a technopreneur at Ideal Prime Ventures International Incorporated. He has served as consultant to various organizations like the Professional Regulation Commission and the Philippine Association of Regulatory Board Members Incorporated, UNESCO National Consultant Philippines, MFIT Values Education, UNESCO Bangkok, and IIET UNESCO Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of PhilSecNet's board members representing the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communications, none other than Professor Pierangelo B. Alejo.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Bonjour. Thank you, Rona, for a very modest introduction. I am very happy to be with you all today. Greetings to all our viewers and learners streaming live over YouTube, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and the rest of the world. I'm very thankful because our KEC 15 National Conference, even if this is a virtual conference, we are live, we are interactive, and we are relying on today's modern technologies. We are very ubiquitous. So, for today's webinar, our series of online training, especially for eCenter managers and operators, and to the general public as well who are registered for KEC 15, we will discuss today for webinar 10, customer orientation and service culture. By the end of this webinar, participants or our learners everywhere will be expecting to learn the following. First, develop strategies that will encourage and enable all customers to use the eCenter services. Second, generate feedback from the customers. Third, create measures that will monitor quality of service delivery. And fourth, resolve all customer complaints and issues. Fifth, ensure that all governance procedures and rules are complied with. Number 6, build a culture that demands service excellence. And 7th, adhere to industry standards and practices. Well, that's a heavy plate. We have 7 learning objectives for today. And well, we are happy to have a very competent speaker, resource person for these 7 learning objectives. Without further delay, please allow me to introduce our resource person. Our resource person is a computer operator and a center manager of San Fabian Tech4ED Centers since 2006. She graduated Bachelor of Science in Computer Science back in 1998 and was a TPCA scholar. This is Telecenter Organization. PhilSecNet Academy in 2008. The San Fabian Tech4ED Center was the most outstanding Tech4ED Center during the DICT LC2 first KEC last July 22, 2016. Soon after, became one of the top 5 performing Tech4ED Center during the DICT LC2, the second KEC last July 26, 2017. Finally, San Fabian Tech4ED Center was awarded the Outstanding Tech4ED Center and a Center of Excellence in the Philippines in 2017 during the KEC 12 last September 15, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, one of PhilSecNet's newly elected board members, please welcome my colleague in the board, Miss Marilyn C. Castellan.
Okay, so magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Thank you, Professor Per Alejo at kay Engineer Rona. Okay, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. So ako po si Lynn from the San Fabian Tech4ED Center. Okay. Okay, so Webinar 10, Customer Orientation and Service Culture. Okay, before we start, before we cater services to our customer, unahin muna natin na i-set up o yung tinatawag natin competency management ng ating mga eCenter and staff o knowledge worker. Okay, first impressions are important, but the last impressions will leave with the customer, will leave the most lasting impression. So ano ba ang ibig sabihin nito? Di ba minsan may mga kasabihan tayo, first impression lasts forever? Tama po ba? Pero hindi po siguro sa lahat ng pagkakataon. So tunghayan po natin ang presentation. Next. Okay. So sabi ko nga, before tayo mag-cater ng services natin sa ating mga customer o sa ating mga client in the community, we must alamin muna natin yung management ng ating eCenter. So the customer orientation and service culture from the eCenter manager knows the rules, function, and responsibilities of the Tech4ED Center, support staff, and relationship among other staff in the Tech4ED Center. Know the basic principles of access to ICT services and Tech4ED Center maintenance, as well as the staff work within governance procedures. Know the general trends and developments in the technology applications for eCenters, functions and services, including data security rights of users and confidentiality. And so, the center manager know the mission, roles of the Tech4ED Center and the community, and also know the ethics and values of the information society, understanding of the Tech4ED Center for development, freedom of information, confidentiality of records, and privacy issues. And so the staff also encourage and enable customers to use the ICT services. Understand the basic principles and of practice culture of excellence and quality customer service. The center manager know how the Tech4ED Center are governed and funded, including how Tech4ED Center fit within the larger organization or government structure. The Tech4ED Center manager know the rules, function, and the responsibilities of the Tech4ED Center support staff and the relationship among other staff in the Tech4ED Center. The center manager know the basic principles of access to ICT services and Tech4ED Center maintenance. And of course, the policies and decisions, and know when exceptions are appropriate. The center manager understands the uses of ICT and benefits in the community. The center manager know how to use and apply the basic computer applications and programs and use of internet for information gathering. The staff also used common computer and internet applications, perform the basic networking tasks, maintain sample database and knowledge repository for the center. Okay, sa technical naman po tayo. So kanina sa management tayo, and then ngayon naman tayo sa technical, the ICT infrastructure. The eCenter manager know the value of ICT equipment, maintenance, and upgrade due to fast changing trends and technology. Understand the importance of data security. While the staff able to assist and train users to operate public equipment, connect to the internet, use center software applications, and access center services from the remote location, and perform basic troubleshooting of technical problems and resolve or refer those problems as appropriate. Demonstrate flexibility in adapting to new technology. So dito, kailangan natin na updated tayo lagi sa new technology. Alam po natin na ang technology ngayon ay pabago-bago. Di ba po? Kung ang technology noon, ay iba na rin po yung technology ngayon. So kailangan po, ang ating mga center manager and staff ay na-adapt po nila yung change ng ating technology. Okay, punta naman tayo sa personal o interpersonal na competency ng ating mga center managers and staff. The center manager communicate effectively. So napaka-importante po yan. Ganon din po ang ating staff. So the center manager and the staff build good relationship and teamwork among colleagues and plan and manage time effectively. The roles and responsibilities of the center manager and staff in the operation of the eCenter. So, kailangan alam natin kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa ating center. Okay. So, establishment that cater customers' assistance. So, alam po natin na may iba-iba tayong mga establishment dito sa ating community. Ano ba ang kailangan o need ng customer natin? Natanong nyo na ba kung ano ang kailangan natin? For example, sa bank, di ba po? Ano po ba ang kailangan ng customer o ng isang client sa bank? Kailangan nila mag-deposit, kailangan nila mag-withdraw, di ba po? So kung ano po yung establishment na pinupuntahan po natin, yun po yung ano ba ang needs ng isang customer. For example, sa hospital, ano po ba ang kailangan sa hospital ng ating mga customer, ating mga client, di ba? Kailangan nila magpagamot, kailangan nila magpa-check up. Ganon din po sa supermarket. Ano ba ang pinupuntahan ng mga customer sa supermarket? Bibili ng kanilang mga necessities, kanilang mga kailangan. Ganon din po sa restaurant. Okay, sa pharmacy, ano ang kailangan ng mga customer? Di ba po, gamot. Para saan? Para sa kanilang karamdaman. Ganon din po sa mga beauty salon, sa mga barbershop. Ano ang kailangan ng customer? Kailangan nila magpagupit. Di ba po? Kailangan nila magpaganda. Okay. Ganon din po sa mga cellphone shop. Okay? Sa mga public transportation, public transport. So, lahat ng mga establishment na ito at iba pang mga establishment ay kailangan natin. Ganon din po sa pag-cater ng ating mga eCenter. Ano po ba ang mga services na pinupuntahan ng ating mga customer sa ating eCenter? Naisip nyo na po ba? Ano po ba ang kailangan ng ating mga customer? Ano bang meron sa center natin na pwede nating i-offer sa kanila? So, nasa sa atin kung ano yung setup natin sa ating mga eCenter. Hindi tayo pare-pareho. Kasi kung ano yung kinikater natin, yun yung po pwedeng ma-adapt o po pwedeng makuha ng ating mga customer. Di ba po? Okay. Okay, so what is a customer service? A customer service is about how deliver your product or service to the customer. From the customer's perspective, this includes accessibility, efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and satisfaction. It is what a company does to meet and exceed customer expectation. Okay. The customer receives or consumes product, goods, or services. and has the ability to choose between different products and suppliers. So the customers directly served by an organization like our eCenter. So yung mga eCenter natin, okay, direct natin na nasuserve yung ating mga customer or client. Beneficiaries, a person who derives benefit, profits, or advantage from something. Okay. The stakeholders has direct or indirect stake in an organization because it can affect or be affected by the organization's action, objectives, and policies. Stakeholders, one who has a share or an interest if the organization will succeed or fail. Okay, so ano po ba ang the end users ng Tech4ED management natin? Sa ating mga center, getting people together to accomplish desired goals and objectives. Before tayo nagki-cater ng mga customer natin, nagsiserve tayo, kailangan muna natin ng teamwork. Di ba po? So, every establishment kailangan ng teamwork para ma-accomplish yung desired goals and objective natin sa ating kanya-kanyang establishment o sa kanya-kanyang mga e-center na i-offer para sa ating mga client or customer. Okay. So what is the customer service? It is a philosophy in which all employees feel and act accountable for creating satisfied customer. Okay, so kailangan na-enhance yung ating customer satisfaction. So what are the characteristics of a good service provider? So mapapansin po natin, nandyan ang attitude. Siyempre kapag magdi-deliver tayo ng services, ano ba ang attitude? It is a mental position with regard to facts or more simply the way you view things. Okay. So may mga types of attitude tayo minsan sa ating mga kinabibilangan. Minsan nandiyan yung cognitive, the way we think, paano tayo mag-isip, the emotional, the behavioral. Okay. Meron din tayo minsan na positive attitude and negative attitude. Minsan neutral tayo. Ba po? Naisip po ba natin sa ating sarili, minsan yung attitude natin sa isang customer natin ay ganito tayo? Iba-iba ang perception ng mga customer natin how to deliver yung ating mga services. Di ba po? Okay, next yung sensitivity. The quality or condition of being sensitive. Ito rin yung quality of being tender, easily irritated. Dahil ang mga customer natin, minsan, napapansin natin, sila, iba-iba ang kanilang mga character, di ba po? May mga sensitive, may mga, tawag dito, iba yung feeling nila kapag sinuserve natin sila. Nagdidepende yan kung paano i-serve ng isang center manager o ng isang knowledge worker. Di ba may kasabihan nga tayo, put yourself in customer shoes or put yourself in other shoes. Kung ano ang nararamdaman ng ating client o ng ating customer, ipagpalagay din po natin yun sa ating sarili. Lagi po nating iisipin po yan. Next is sincerity. Ano po ba to? It is the quality of being honest, true, and real. Kailangan sincere tayo sa pagsiserve ng ating mga customer, ang ating mga client. Hindi kasi pare-parehas ang mga client natin. Pero as much as possible, ang ating mga customer, kailangan maging totoo tayo sa kanila. Di ba po? Sabihin natin kung hindi pwede, hindi pwede. Kung pwede, pwede. Okay? Basta nasabi natin na totoo tayo. Di ba po? Okay, next is the human relation skills. The human relation skills such as communication and handling conflict can help us create better relationship. Ito po minsan dito tayo nagkakatalo pagdating sa human relation skills. the ability to work effectively through and with other people. Human relations includes a desire to understand others and their needs. Okay. So ano-ano po ba yung mga kailangan natin sa human relations skills? Like communication, conflict resolution, multitasking, negotiation, and organization. Okay. So itong apat na ito na characteristic of a service provider or ng ating mga center manager and the knowledge worker, kailangan natin itong i-apply. Kasi po, kapag hindi po natin ito in-apply sa ating center, ano ang tingin sa atin ng ating mga customer o ng ating mga client sa community? Di ba po, ayaw na nila na pumunta sa ating mga center. Dahil ano? Dahil may mga problem sila pagdating sa attitude, sensitivity, sincerity, and human relations. Okay. So isipin po natin, napaka-importante po ito. Okay. The customer wants more than just the product or service that is offered. Pag pumunta yung mga customer natin sa ating mga eCenter, ano po ba ang kanilang gusto sa ating center? At ano ba yung kanilang gustong makuha sa atin? Pag pumunta ba sila sa ating center, masusolve ba yung kanilang problem? Matutulungan ba sila? Masusuportahan ba sila? Yung quality ba ng service na binigay natin sa kanila ay tama? Sila ba ay natuwa? Sila ba ay nasatisfied sa ating ginawa? Okay. So isipin natin lagi 'yan. So ang customer hindi lang kung ano yung gusto nilang ipagawa, meron pang ibang gusto silang malaman na pwede nating i-offer sa kanila. Okay, so meron tayong mga types of service. So alamin natin kung alin sa apat na type of service tayo nabibilang at kung paano tayo mag-cater sa ating eCenter customer. May napili na po ba kayo dyan? Tignan nyo po yung mga pictures. Ang gaganda po, di ba? Merong freezer, may mga animals. Ano kaya ang ibig sabihin nito? At tignan natin kung papaano tayo ngayon, kung saan tayo nabibilang dito sa pag-cater ng ating mga client or customer. First is freezer. Napansin niyo pa yung freezer. So, meron tayong tinatawag na procedural and personal. Sa procedural, okay, ito yung official way of doing something. Ito yung ginagawa natin. Tayo ba is slow, inconsistent, disorganized, chaotic, inconvenient, do not care about privacy and confidentiality. While sa personal naman, insensitive, showing or feeling no concern for others' feeling. Wala silang pakialam. Cold or impersonal, having no personality. Kasi nga malamig, di ba? Ang freezer malamig. Di ba? Pag pumunta kayo sa freezer, anong mararamdaman nyo? Walang init, di ba? Malamig yan. Okay? And then apathetic, aloof, not friendly, parang may pagka-distansya, uninterested, not interested in or concerned about something or someone. Okay? Wala siyang interest. So sa center po ba natin, ganito ba tayo? Sa tingin nyo? Isip-isip. Okay, next tayo. Okay, mostly, message to customer, ganito ang sabi lagi ng freezer type of customer. We don't care. Okay, wala akong pake sa'yo. Okay, we don't care. Sabi ng ganitong type of service. Okay, next tayo. Okay. Next is the factory. Ano ba ang factory? Okay. Di ba po sa factory, okay, nandyan din yung procedural and personal. Sa procedural, timely, efficient, uniform, customers mind their own business. Sa personal naman po, insensitive, apathetic, aloof, and interested. Okay. Di ba po pag naisip po natin ang factory, ano po ang gusto ng factory? Pag ganitong type. Di ba po, kumbaga, pag sa mga center po natin, pag i-apply natin ito ay parang, okay, pupunta yung ating customer sa ating center. Okay? And then, gusto lang niya minsan is yung pupunta doon para lang pupunta yung customer natin dito sa ating eCenter, papasok siya sa ating center. And then ang gusto lang natin ay kumita, di ba? Gusto lang natin yung ibibigay ng customer natin na bayad, di ba po? Pero yung care, yung ating service concern ay wala. Okay? Next tayo. So, back. Ang message sa customer, mostly, you are a number. We are here to process you. So, nandito lang ako kung ano lang yung gusto mong gawin sa kung ano yung service na gusto mo, yun lang yung i-offer namin sa'yo. Para siyang, tawag dito, hindi niya kinikare kung ano ang concern ng ating mga customer. Basta kung ano lang yung gusto ng customer, yun lang yung ibibigay natin. Wala nang iba. Okay. Next tayo is the friendly zoo. Okay. Gusto nyo ba dito? Kasi friendly zoo. Di ba? So sa friendly zoo, meron din tayong procedural and personal. Sa procedural, ganun din. Slow, inconsistent tayo, disorganized, chaotic, does not have any specific rule policy on the privacy and confidentiality. While sa personal naman, friendly sila. Okay, friendly, personable, charming, pleasant. Okay, interested, attentive or concerned, tactful, understanding, sensitive, considerate. So maganda yung kanyang personal. Pero pagdating sa procedural, okay, medyo tagilid. Okay. So sa friendly zoo, message natin sa customer is we are trying hard but we don't really care what we are doing. Okay? Ginawa ko na ang lahat pero wala pa rin, di ba? Minsan ganun tayo. Okay. The fourth type of service is the quality member. Okay. Nandyan yung ating procedural, timely, tayo ay punctual, efficient, working in a well-organized and competent way, uniform, ensures privacy and confidentiality. And then sa personal naman, tayo ay friendly, personable, pleasant, nice, agreeable, and then interested, pleasant, manner and appearance, tactful, thoughtful, sensitive, and considerate tayo. Okay. So, message natin to customers is we care and we deliver. Sa 4 na types of service, nalaman natin kung paano at saan tayo nabibilang. Di ba po? Sa pag-cater ng service sa ating customer o sa ating community, nasaan nabibilang ang ating eCenter? Naisip nyo na po ba kung saan pong types of service tayo nabibilang? Kung tayo ba ay nasa freezer, tayo ay nasa factory, tayo ay nasa friendly zoo, o tayo ay nasa quality member. Okay, so isipin nating mabuti. Okay, we care and we deliver. Meron din tayong tinatawag na 4 types of customer. Okay, customers. First is direct. individuals or organizations who avail themselves of your products or services for their personal or organization's use. Okay. While indirect, individuals or organizations that benefit from your products or service through another party or from a direct customer. Next is internal. Another person, your boss, a group of peers, another department within the organization that depends on the products or services you provide. Then external is an individual, a group of individuals, or another organization outside of your organization that depends on products or services you provide. Okay, so the customer service orientation level. First level responds to customers' request in an informed and polite manner. Okay, directs customers to appropriate persons or resources. That is level 1. Level 2 has a detailed knowledge of the service standards, works in partnership with customers to solve their problems. Sustain productive working relationship. And level 3, proactively engage with customers, identifies what needs to be improved to better satisfy customers' expectations, address difficulties with customers before they escalate, goes out of their way to help customers. Okay, so ito po yung orientation levels. So level 1, level 2, level 3. So dapat po lahat po ito meron tayo. Okay, so customer orientation, the result achieved when product features respond to customer needs. Okay. Okay, so before I end my presentation, meron tayong quote, kindness and courtesy are at the root of a positive customer service experience. Di ba po? And then the customer satisfaction is the most important service we can provide to our community. Okay, the customer satisfaction. So, kailangan natin na i-develop muna at i-enhance yung ating sarili bago tayo mag-serve sa community. Ano ba yung mga dapat nating i-offer? Yung mga dapat nating i-offer sa ating community na needs ng ating community o ng ating customer. For example, yung center natin nag-offer ng encoding, printing, laminating, e-gov services like pagkuha ng mga birth certificate, marriage certificate, death certificate, Senomar, multimedia assistance, technical support or assistance, layouting like invitation, calling card, tarpaulins, and so on. And then trainings, ito yung kailangan natin. And then livelihood. So depende sa center kung ano ang pwede nating i-offer sa community. So sabi nga po, no customer to serve, no customer or client to support, no servers to render to offer sa ating community. So magiging dead ang ating center, ang ating eCenter. Non-operational ang ating center. So bakit nga tayo nandito at nag-put up na mga eCenter o Tech4ED Center? Ito ay dahil sa ating mga customer sa community. Di ba po? Sabi nga po nila, no one will be left behind. Kailangan nating tulungan yung ating mga community, ating mga customer. Huwag tayong namimili ng customer na isi-serve o tutulungan sa kanilang needs. Nandito tayo na mga center manager, center knowledge worker, at mga Tech4ED Center sa buong Pilipinas para makatulong, para matulungan natin yung mga unserved and underserved sector ng ating mga community. Sino-sino po ba yung mga sector ng ating community? 'Di ba? Nandiyan ang mga PWD, nandiyan ang mga out of school youth and adult, nandiyan yung ating mga senior citizen, nandiyan yung ating mga students, mga teachers, professionals, mga IPs, nandiyan yung ating mga general public, 'di ba po? Napakasarap sa pakiramdam ang tumulong, lalong-lalo na yung mga nangangailangan ng serbisyo ng ating eCenter. Okay. So, sa muli, maraming salamat po. So, ito po si Marilyn C. Castillan from the Center Manager ng LGU San Fabian Tech4ED Center. So, magandang umaga po ulit sa inyong lahat.
The first community center in Pangasinan was established in San Fabian. It was launched on January 18, 2006 at the Mayor's Office. The good practices of the centers are Computer Literacy Enhancement Program, Technical Assistance in Multimedia, tabulating results of contests like Search for Miss San Fabian, Dance Contest, Parole Making, and other similar events. Creating, designing, layouting of invitations, tarpaulins, certificates, logos, IDs, plaques, and other related services. Annually preparing the souvenir program of the Town Fiesta, providing the e-gov services to the public, licenses, passport appointments, clearances, birth certificates, and related documents. The dissemination of the Tech4ED program to different schools, conducting digital literacy to farmers, out-of-school youth and adults, women's group, senior citizens, teachers, students, OFWs. Special trainings to persons with disabilities or the PWD were trained at the center.
In-incorporate namin yung training sa computer literacy ng Tech4ED Center kasi gusto namin unang-una para hindi mahirapan yung mga PWDs ng San Fabian na i-access yung platform ng Tech4ED Center. No? At naniniwala rin kami na isa itong paraan para yung mga persons with disabilities dito sa aming bayan ay makasabay po, no? Since ang nasa panahon na tayo ng computer aids.
I would like you to know that training to persons with disabilities is very rewarding and make us proud. No one will be left behind. Thank you and God bless us all. On September 18, 2015, the LGU San Fabian entered into a MOA signing with other municipalities in Pangasinan. On February 15, 2016, our community eCenter was upgraded as a Tech4ED Center.
Ang dahil sa Tech4ED, na-enhance ang aking skills at nagkaroon ako ng confidence sa aking sarili.
The good practices of the centers are encoding, printing, creating and designing of tarpaulins, logos, days, program invitations, IDs, certificates, and other related services. Annually preparing the seminar program of the town fiesta, technical assistance in multimedia, tabulating results of contests like Search for Miss San Fabian and other similar events. The dissemination of the Tech4ED projects to different barangays and different schools, public and private high schools, conduct digital literacy to different sectors of the community. The senior citizens, outing school youth and adults, persons with disability, OFW, students, pupils, farmers, house passers, house implementers, and coordinator of DepEd Pangasinan 2, the women's group, and the general public. Providing the e-gov services to the public, licenses, passport appointments, birth certificates, and other related documents. Assisted the computer skills development vehicle of Congressman of 4th District Christopher De Valencia to the different sector of the community. We join and assist job seekers to job fair for e-gov services of the Tech4ED. During the Women's Month celebration, we also conduct and facilitate digital poster making contests to public and private high school students to showcase their talents during the ICT Month celebration. Kapihan on November 21, 2017, and the Pangasinan LGU Tech4ED Center Managers Association was created on February 15, 2018. On August 25, 2018, assigned and tasked to be the official tabulator and technical assistant during the Miss Inclusion Philippines Region 1. For its various accomplishments, Tech4ED San Fabian was given citation and award. Most outstanding Tech4ED Center in Luzon Cluster, 3rd place on Marketplace of Ideas, top 5 performing Tech4ED Center, being one of the most outstanding Tech4ED Center and Center of Excellence of the Philippines in the year 2017.
We envision that our Tech4ED Center is to provide quality ICT services responsive to the needs of the community for the improvement of their quality of life, especially the unserved and underserved sector of our community. To enable, empower, and transform lives of our community. No one will be left behind. Tech4ED is our mission.
Wow! Amazing, Ma'am Lynn. What a very engaging and clear presentation on customer service and service culture. Congratulations, Ma'am Lynn, and thank you very much.
Thank you po, Sir Per.
Wow. Well, we now move on to most exciting segment of our KEC 15 webinar series, especially on the 10th training webinar, Customer Orientation and Service Culture, with the Center Manager of San Fabian, Tech4ED Center, Ms. Marilyn Castellan. We now move on to the open forum. We have, I'm sure, our viewers nationwide and elsewhere in the world have some questions for you. But due to time constraints, we will try to limit the questions into about 4 or 5. Okay, so shall we have the first question, please? Okay, Ma'am Lynn, this is your first question. What is the best way to build good impression for the eCenters?
Okay, so thank you very much for the good question. So what is the best way to build good impression for the eCenter? So sabi ko nga po kanina, kailangan po muna nating i-build yung ating sarili as a center manager at as center knowledge worker to cater po yung ating mga customer. So kailangan po nating i-manage muna natin o pag-aralan muna natin yung mga characteristic ng ating sarili. Ganun din po kung ano yung mga service na pwedeng i-offer sa community ng ating Tech4ED Center.
Well said. Well said. A very succinct answer from Ma'am Lynn here. I guess we are reminiscent of the first part of the presentation of Ma'am Lynn
Yes.
when she tried to clarify the orientation and the getting to know ourselves, the eCenter managers, and the nature of the service that we really provide as an eCenter. So that's a good first question. Can we have another one, please? Whoa, Ma'am Lynn, this is very familiar. I know from where this question comes from. When does this become a most desired preference, quote unquote? Sometimes when we push away, that is when we most need to be resistant.
Okay. So minsan po kasi 'di ba, iba, sabi ko nga po, iba-iba po ang characteristic ng ating mga customer at ganun din po ang ating mga center na nag-operate, like the center manager and the staff. So minsan kailangan natin na yung ating customer ay masatisfy siya dun sa siniserve nating service sa kanila. Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right. I agree so much with that statement from Ma'am Lynn. In fact, this calls to mind a very old axiom. No? It's in Latin, I remember. Nemo dat quod non habet. We cannot give what we do not have. Or in the vernacular, hindi natin maibibigay ang hindi natin taglay.
Yes,
and
opo.
The presentation of Ma'am Lynn was so precise, no, about this, because it's like saying, in short, how can we provide the service that we have been mandated to give if we do not service ourselves with the proper organizational culture to begin with? So how can we give a kind service if we are not kind ourselves? So I guess that was very clear, no? And it becomes a most preferred disposition, therefore, not only for the eCenter manager, but also for all the staff, all the operators there in the Tech4ED Center. If they are not kind, how can they expect kind customers or beneficiaries trooping the line to the Tech4ED Center if they are not, they do not attract good vibes, no, good disposition. Isn't that right, Ma'am Lynn?
Yes po, sir. So kailangan po mag-umpisa po yan sa kanilang sarili. Kasi ang hirap mag-cater ng service at i-serve natin ang ating customer kung tayo mismo hindi natin alam, hindi natin na-develop yung ating sarili. Di ba po? So yun po yung number one po. Opo.
It looks like, Ma'am Lynn, you have experienced yourself an unkind service before?
Hindi pa naman po. Pero
good for
sabi
you.
nga po natin, sabi nga po natin, tawag dito, kailangan po nating yung sarili natin, i-develop nga po. And then, malalaman din po ng ating mga customer kung sino ba tayo. Kahit minsan, iba-iba ang characteristic at attitude ng ating mga customer, ng ating mga client. Di ba po, hindi lahat ay mapiplease mo. Hindi lahat parang, tawag dito, yung 100% yung naibigay po sa kanila. Pero, ang dating po kasi ay nagdidepende talaga yan sa center. Nagdidepende po kung papaano natin sila i-handle yung mga situation na ganyan. If ever po na may mga bagay po na hindi maliwanag o kaya may mga bagay po na hindi na pagkasunduan, po pwede naman pong in a nice way. So kailangan maging patient po ang ating mga center manager, ang ating mga staff to deal with our customer kasi po alam po natin ang hirap po dahil hindi na babalik ang ating mga customer kung pinakitaan po natin sila ng hindi maganda, di ba po? Kailangan po 'yon.
I agree so much, Ma'am Lynn, because personally, I have had experience, more than 100 times of very bad service from government, from private institutions or offices, from the highest echelons or the lowest ranking individuals providing the service. I've had numerous experiences with what do you call that in the vernacular? Kasungitan, no, masusungit.
Opo.
At saka hindi maganda, parang hindi sila masaya sa trabaho nila.
Marami po yan,
So,
sir.
Opo. So therefore there's the follow-up question to that. How do you measure then? How do you measure customer satisfaction on maybe on a more stable and regular basis?
Okay po. So sabi nga po natin kanina, hindi lahat kasi nga sabi nyo nga may mga masusungit, may mga iba yung dating, 'di ba? Parang bossy, gagawa mo na lahat, mali ka pa rin, pero kahit pinakita mo na ang lahat, 'di ba? Pero kailangan pa rin natin in a nice way natin sasabihin sa kanila. Okay? So kailangan maging mapasensya tayo. Kailangan wag kahit na sinusingitan tayo, wag tayo magsungit sa kanila. Ipakita pa rin natin na good tayo, di ba? Ang hirap po kasi na makikipagbangayan po tayo. Ang hirap din po kasi na magkakaroon ng negative impression sa ating mga center at lalong-lalo na po sa mga nag-handle, di ba po?
Right.
Opo.
So I guess you're saying, no, just to paraphrase what Ma'am Lynn has clearly explained, if we are able to give an untrammeled, unstoppable kindness, niceness, to our customers, it will be the very first step to measure customer satisfaction, right? Like if we count how many times one singular client of the Tech4ED Center as a good experience, counting them and giving a continuous count of good well-served individuals is one measure. Maybe later on, if we have more questions that will come in, maybe you can tell us more about this. Do we have another question, please? How do you satisfy your customers in your eCenter? Maybe, Ma'am Lynn, maybe if you can tell them one peculiar or particular strategy or system that will ensure at the end of the line, kahit ayaw natin po yung assembly line na type of service, aside from the freezer type of service na hindi nice, hindi warm, very cold, meron din namang factory type, na parang assembly line. Parang cold din yun kasi kahit ginagawa niya yung trabaho niya, parang at the end of the line, dapat delivered yung service. So how do you ensure satisfaction of your customers in a peculiar or particular way? May sistema po ba? Halimbawa sa inyong eCenter?
For example po sa aming eCenter, for example, may isang client na nag-ask ng assistance. For example, sa pagkuha ng mga e-GovServe, for example, kukuha siya ng birth certificate ng kanyang anak. Okay. So alam po natin, minsan may mga question yung ating mga customer. Okay. Ang gusto kaagad ng customer natin ay ma-deliver agad yung birth certificate ng kanyang anak. Pero hindi naman agad-agad dahil nga meron tayong sinusunod. Hindi natin, kahit gusto natin na agad-agad nandyan na, pero yung delivery ng service ng galing sa national agency, kailangan din po natin na hintayin. Kaya pinapaliwanag namin sa customer namin na ang service po ng eGovServe po namin, lalong-lalo na po ngayon sa pandemic, ay medyo matagal ang pag-deliver. Not unlike before, 3 to 5 days, nandiyan na po yung mga PSA certificates. Ngayon, nasa 2 to 3 weeks bago dumating. So, ini-explain namin sa kanila bago nila, kasi syempre yung satisfaction, paano ba sila masasatisfy kung hindi natin ipapaliwanag sa kanila yung mangyayari. For example, sabi ko nga, yung service natin na i-deliver na natin. Pero yung delivery from other agency, kailangan din natin na i-consider at sabihin sa kanila na ganitong araw, ganitong oras, ganitong panahon yung marireceive. Para at least yung customer natin, hindi sila naghihintay ng sabi, nagpunta ako doon sa center na yun. Sabi niya, mabilis lang kasi e-GovServe, yung pala ang tagal. So, kailangan nating explain ng maayos sa ating mga customer. Kasi kung hindi natin i-explain, di ba, magkakaroon ng negative impact. So, kailangan natin sabihin kung ano ang magiging consequence niya. So, yun lang po, sir.
Fantastic. Tama po yun. So, my friends, sana po na-pick up nyo po yung napaka-particular na halimbawa ng eCenter ni Ma'am Lynn, no, na it is not only their usual routine or technique to explain carefully and completely the whole process, the whole 9 yards before achieving the end result that they want for a certain particular service. So kasama po sa proseso yung pagpapaliwanag na para po makuha yung resultang inaasam ng ating kliyente ay naipaliwanag ng maayos kung gaano katagal yan, ano yung steps, ano yung requirements para po nila makuha. Para hindi po sila umaasa because expectations is very important and that is what Ma'am Lynn just explained. So, we have time for 1 or 2 more questions. Ma'am Lynn, okay ka pa lang ba?
Yes po, sir. Okay po.
Okay. So here is the next question. How do we handle a customer with a not so good personality? So even if you have explained, Ma'am Lynn, and then this customer continues to rant out, no, continues to become bossy, continues to be so demanding, no, as if the time of the world is only for him and not for you, not for anyone else. So how do you handle a very rowdy customer?
Okay, so continue pa rin yung ating pagpapakumbaba. Okay, kahit na super bossy siya, nagsusungit o kung ano man yan. In a nice way pa rin tayo. Wag tayo makipagsabayan sa kanya. Kasi minsan, yung mga ugaling ganon, minsan nagbabago sila.
Yeah.
Hinay-hinay, nagbabago sila. Nagiging na rin sila, nagiging positive yung kanilang mindset sa atin. Yun po, sir.
Especially when they hear themselves shouting.
Yes, opo.
And then you're just smiling or listening attentively to the insults and all, no? As if you are not affected by the insults and the shouting.
Yes. Tsaka sir, yung mga ganyang pong bagay, ganyang pong mga tao, experience po yan. Okay, diyan tayo natututo. Minsan. Di ba po? Minsan yung mga ganyang tao, diyan tayo natututo kung paano tayo nagiging, yung personality po natin, kung paano tayo tumitibay, kung paano tayo na-develop ng, actually, based on my experience, ganyan din ako dati. Tahimik lang, umiiyak lang pag may mga ganyang mga customer, ganyang mga client. Pero in the end, tignan nyo naman ngayon, di ba? So, kailangan mo na-develop na rin yung sarili mo. How to handle yung ating mga customer. Lalo-lalo na yung may mga bad attitude o kaya may mga, sabi ko nga, iba-iba ang tao. Okay?
Yes.
So, kailangan mabait ka pa rin, sir. Smile ka pa rin.
Salute. Tama po yan talaga. They will have a taste of their own medicine in the long run, no? One day or the other, one form or another, it will all come back to him or her. And it will all come back to you. No, what good you give, no, will also come back tenfold, I'm sure.
Yes po, sir.
So salamat po sa tip na yan dahil marami pong nakakalimot sa ganyan, no, na kahit gaano pa kasama, pwede namang matiis po yan at madaan pa rin sa maayos na pag-uusap at pakikitungo. At tapos kahit sa intention hindi mo tinataniman ng galit o sinasabayan ng galit.
Yes,
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Lynn. So maybe for one last question, I guess.
Okay po.
Okay. Well, I guess if there is no more question, no, and that's a fitting final question, no, when a person or two or maybe more majority of your customers keep on giving you a bad time, no, a hard day. Well, at the end of the day, we've heard it directly from Ma'am Lynn as an eCenter manager. You can never ever stoop down, no, go down to the level of a person who has no respect, no, and to command respect. Well, the eCenter manager or operator has to be consistently respectable. Tama po ba yun, Ma'am Lynn?
Yes, sir. Tamang-tama po yan.
Well then, I for one learned a lot from you, Miss Castellan, because this is a topic that is often taken for granted. But if we really sharpen our skill set in people skills, no, people relation skills, I'm sure this is one. Before we called it a soft skill, but the World Economic Forum globally nowadays, it is not just a soft skill. It is an essential 21st century skill, especially intertwining with the fourth industrial revolution technologies. These frontier technologies will really test our patience even if they are technologically advanced. This digital age brings a lot of challenges and difficulties, especially in the pandemic now. We are all forced to keep what matters most, no? To keep essential skills like people skills at level and with priority. And thanks to Ma'am Lynn, she has graciously shared with us all good principles and techniques and strategies to remind not only the eCenter managers and operators, but to all the viewers today of the KEC 15. Ma'am Lynn, on behalf of the PhilSecNet Board, the DICT, and all our participating partners, salute to you, hats off to you. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you very much po, sir.
Okay, Ma'am Lynn. Very good. Back to you, Engineer Rona, for the awarding of certificates.
All right, so we now move on to awarding of certificates. Let me read the citation. 15th Knowledge Exchange Conference, eCenters in the Digital Philippines for the New Normal, awards the Certificate of Appreciation to Ms. Marilyn C. Castellan in recognition of her participation as resource speaker in Customer Satisfaction and Service Culture live stream on October 29, 2020 via YouTube. All right. So again, thank you so much, Ms. Lynn and for that wonderful open forum answering all the questions of our viewers. Oh, okay, so to all of our 300 viewers today in YouTube, please do send your regards, gratitude to our resource person, none other than Ms. Lynn, because she would love to hear all your comments, all the takeaways you got from her discussion today. All right, so we will now move forward in announcing the winners of today's raffle draw. Okay, so again, a quick reminder to claim your prize. You must send an email to the secretariat at philsecnet.org before the end of today's webinar. So get your emails ready because we are about to end. All right, so use the email subject raffle claim - your complete name. Send your bank details, the name of your bank, and account number. Remember to send using the same email address you used to register. Again, you do not need to register for each webinar. You only have to register once for the entire conference, and you will receive a separate link to each webinar. So, may I ask to all of our viewers today, are you guys registered yet? Okay, so let's see who are the winners of the cash prizes worth 500 pesos. So comment down below if you were able to see your name. All right, so our winners, Victorio D. Lagac Jr., Nilda B. Villanueva, Roberto Sulit, Joel A. Hoy, Saji N. Makabalam. Congratulations, everyone. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. The next set of winners, Cyril Zulweta, Jenny C. Paragas, Arlene Giao, and Miss Jacqueline Zanoria. All right, congratulations everyone. Don't forget to send us an email right now. Don't wait for anything else but to email us right now. Okay, so that you'll be able to claim your prize today. All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes our 10th training webinar titled Customer Orientation and Service Culture. As we come to close today's activity, please watch the closing video for a few more reminders. That's it, everyone. This is the 15th Knowledge Exchange Conference with the theme, eCenters in the Digital Philippines for the New Normal, a webinar series from August 20 to November 26, 2020. Once again, thank you for joining us today. Goodbye for now. Stay safe and God bless.